create folders next on the list, but I've already covered that in the last video. Moving on, empty trash. Let me show you how to erase things in the pool. You see this file here? It's being used once in this project. We can tell by the number 1 here. Now let's go to the project page and delete this file. An easy way to do this is to right-click on the file and choose Select in Project. There it is. Now let's click on it. Now press the Delete key on your keyboard. Go back to the pool and you'll see that the file doesn't have a number beside it anymore. Now let's delete the file in the pool by pressing the Delete key again. A dialog box pops up asking us what we want to do. You can delete the file to the trash, which just moves it to CUBASE's trash bin. You can remove from pool, which means that it will be removed from this CUBASE project, but the file will still be left on your hard drive. Right now I'm just going to press cancel. Let's do something really similar. What if you had a whole bunch of files that weren't being used, and you wanted to move them all to the trash? What you can do is right-click and select Remove Unused Media. This opens the same dialog box as before. This time select Trash. You'll notice that all the files that aren't being used have gone into the trash bin. Remember that this is not the trash bin or the recycle bin of the operating system. It's CUBASE's trash bin, something separate. Now let's use the menu item Empty Trash. A slightly different dialog box pops up and asks us if you want to erase the files that are in the trash bin, remove them from the pool, or cancel. If you say erase, you are permanently erasing the files from CUBASE and your hard drive. Once you do this, there is no way to recover them. Only use this at the very end of your project when you're all done and finished, or if you're 100% sure you know what you're doing. Remove from pool once again simply removes the files from CUBASE but leaves them on your hard drive. I could press erase right now, but this will just erase them. Let me show you another little thing here. We're going to hit the cancel button. And if there's any files that are in our pool that we want to bring back to our audio folder because we thought, oh, I need the bass and the drums and the funky bass for something later, we can just click on them and drag them right back into our audio folder. I've already shown you these two, Prepare Archive and Set Pool Record Folder, in the other pool videos. Minimize File is next. This is used when you want to erase unused portions of an audio file. Look at this file here. We only need this small portion. Let's go back into the pool by pressing Ctrl F. Ctrl F not only opens the pool, but it lets us find the selected audio file that we've chosen on the project page in the pool. This command is actually found under the audio menu. It's actually grayed out right now because we're in the pool, but if we were on the project page, you'd see it there. This file can now be minimized because we are only using a small section from it. The rest of the audio file, the start and the end, is going to be erased permanently now. Choose Minimize File. A dialog like this will come up. Minimizing files will clear the entire edit history. Do you want to go on? This means that the undo history will be erased. CUBASE has unlimited undos. All your undos under the edit menu history won't be there anymore. If you are sure you want to do this, press Minimize. This is one of those features that you usually use when the project is finished and you are just minimizing files to save disk space. It's not something you'll do all the time. Once you use this command, you should save your project as the file size for the audio file has now changed, and the CUBASE project file needs to be saved to remember this change. New version creates an imaginary copy of the audio file. The first one and the second file are referencing to the same audio file on the hard drive. This doesn't actually make a new copy of the file on the hard drive for you, just a new edit version for you to use. You can insert files from the pool to the project page by just dragging and dropping them, or you can use this command, insert into project. @cursor inserts the file wherever you place the cursor, and @origin, well, this is a little trickier to explain, but it's the original start time where a clip was recorded in the project. This is known as the origin time. So we could use this if you recorded a file in CUBASE and then accidentally erased it. You might be worried because you might not be sure where the audio file began. Take, for example, this file here. The origin time says it's bar 5 and a little bit. Let's use the insert into project @origin. This now has inserted the audio file into its original position, or the origin. It always gets inserted on the track that you've selected, so make sure you select the track first and then use this command. Select in project we've already looked at, and Search Media opens up a search window just like the one that we saw right here with this button. The other three options are for processing files in the pool. This information is covered in level 3 of this video series.